Alright, so I've never done a live stream. This is the very first one, most likely a test, but at the same time, the Q&A. First of all, I'm back home, which is awesome. Second of all, if you see this after, because most likely no one's going to show up for this stream, this is just a Q&A. I was going to do a Q&A 2 weeks ago, over 2 weeks ago. Couldn't get around to it, so I'm going to answer the questions from 2 weeks ago, and if anyone shows up for this live stream, I'll answer questions, but I highly doubt that. So I'm just going to get right down to some questions from 2 weeks ago. Hey, Justin Reacts, what's going on? So this is from 2 weeks ago, guys. So these are pretty old. I have a lot of questions to go through. Alright, Joey Shakes, what's going on? That's a really good question. And the thing about that is that right now, especially in the free agency, there's not many. Like, you have Darrelle Revis, which is I wouldn't waste any money on that. We got Sidney Jones, who's probably not going to play at all this season. I wish I had an answer to that because I don't know what the Eagles could do besides maybe trading for somebody. There were a lot of rumors about a Richard Sherman trade, which I doubt never gonna happen. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure on that topic. Oh man. Okay. So these are from 2 weeks ago. I'm just gonna call out people. If I get questions on the live stream, I'll answer them. But got a lot of things to go through. Oh man. First of all, this is from Spunky, one of my favorite Eagles YouTubers out there. Shout out to him. He's probably not here right now, but shout out to him. When did you become an Eagles fan and why? I mean, I've been an Eagles fan ever since I was a little kid. Being real. I grew up in South Jersey. I'm still here in South Jersey, being honest with you. And like my father, he started getting into football. My family down here started getting into some football, and the Eagles, they were just the home team, and we just caught on to that. And as a kid, I kind of grew into that. I feel like I mainly am an Eagles fan because I was a 4-year-old kid when we lost to the Patriots. And I think that's really when I became an Eagles fan. In reality, because I like that was 13 years ago, and I'm still I'm getting to that, okay? Like, I have questions that I need to answer from 2 weeks ago. That's a question that like 5 of you people are asking, and no, I'm not. I'm not a secret Cowboys fan, alright? Jesus Christ. I'm going to say no to being a Cowboys fan, and then all of a sudden I'll be a Patriots fan. Owens was killing me. I know, with a broken ankle, too. And that's really when I started becoming an Eagles fan. It was crazy. I love the game, and I love the team that we had. And I can agree with somebody who said that in the comment section, that McNabb quit. It kind of looked like he did. It kind of, in the end, he choked. No matter what, whether or not he threw up, whether or not he quit altogether, definitely he quit and he choked. So, that's really when I became an Eagles fan, and I haven't changed ever since. So, people, I'm not a secret Cowboys fan. What beach down today? He goes, I went to Anna Maria down in Florida, and it's just this little beach island on the coast, and it's a really nice place. It's really quiet, and it's gotten really popular over the years, and you know, it's been one of my favorite places. I've been going there for like the past 7 years. Been going since 2010, and I didn't go in 2011, so I've gone in the past 8 years, or 7 years, I've gone 6 times. Why aren't you wearing your contacts today? Because, well, that's mainly because I had a pool at the house that I was staying at, and the chlorine, like, just messed up my eyes, and I couldn't. What was your reaction to when Westbrook signed to the 49ers? It hurt me badly. That's a good question, Logic TV. Being honest, I didn't have a reaction because he was just aging. I could see the decline in the way he was playing, especially up to the time where he signed with the 49ers. He just wasn't producing as much. And we had a young LaShawn McCoy, too, in, like, rookie season 2008. We saw a decline in Westbrook, but in the end, I respect him for that. But you sad about Lucky Whitehead in cover shot. I didn't even know that happened. I didn't know the Cowboys cut him. I'm not a Cowboys fan, for the record. I know, I do know, and I'm just going along with it. But like other people have actually like started to believe that just from you guys messing around with it. It's funny. It's like the ongoing joke that some people are taking seriously. It's funny to me. This is an that's a big question. Alshon Jeffrey will stay healthy. I heard that Sidney Jones was doing drill today. Definitely a good sign. Do you think Jones will play this year? All right. Alshon Jeffrey, it's a big question mark. I know he's been injury prone, especially 2013 and 14 and 15, or I should say 13 and 14 and then 15, all that. Yeah, like Alshon Jeffrey, if he could just stay healthy, I know he can stay healthy, like without a doubt. I mean, he has that potential to, stay healthy and produce big time. So this is gonna be the big test for him. Like last year he was suspended, was on and off with injuries. The year before that he was really stunted with injuries. So we'll see. I think this is the most healthy Alshon Jeffrey has been in a while, maybe since his like first 2-3 rookie year, and then a few years after that. I think this is the best Alshon Jeffrey we could get. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased over my team or anything. It's just I think that Alshon Jeffrey will be good. I'll come back to Sidney Jones in a second. What if Elliott doesn't get suspended? I will be okay. This is a topic. This is like the only topic that I talked about when I was at my summer house in Florida, because it was an ongoing story, because he deserves to get in trouble for something. Like, I don't know. I would be upset if he doesn't get suspended. What's more likely to go? Pats go 16-0 or Jets go 0-16? I don't think either one of those teams will go 16-0 or 0-16. I think the Jets honestly could go like 2-14, and then Patriots the other way around. Like, not even joking with you. The Patriots are like, they're a deadly team this year, and it makes me upset to say that, but the AFC is not good. Like, that's another thing. The AFC is so weak, and the NFC is really where everyone is really competitive, but when you get into the Super Bowl, you can't top the Patriots. It's weird. I hate it so much. I just hate Belichick. I hate Brady. It's just bad. Eagles record prediction. I have a video coming up on this, but I'll just say what I've said in the past. I have 2 different videos agreeing with the same exact thing I've said. 10-6, yes. 10-6 exactly, because I'm probably going to change a little bit, but, I'm mad at y'all. Ryan, when he's healthy, he's good. When Ryan Matthews is healthy, he's actually pretty decent, but, that neck injury now is really going to stunt him big time. It's going to stop him a lot. I agree. 10-6 in a wildcard spot, yes, that's exactly what I've been saying. And I'm going to talk more about that going into August, because preseason, man, you got to make these predictions as preseason goes along. What do I think of Aguilar? Oh, man. Guys, let me get to the question from 2 weeks ago. It's alright. It's okay. I have all the time in the world. But Aguilar, I think he can do good. I'm a really optimistic fan when it comes to the Eagles in general. But last year I was too optimistic, and I got, like, insanely mad over how Nelson Aguilar played. He was just bad, and I'm hoping he does good this year. Will I ever do a video with my dad? That's up to him. I've asked him several times, and you saw him probably in the draft reaction videos. He was there. You probably heard his voice. I guess I got my loud mouth from him. Like, you don't hear my loud mouth often, but, like, you heard it during the draft, I'm assuming. Like, the draft, you heard it a few times when we played the Giants back in November when I was sick, and Bryce Tregg makes this amazing play and stuff. The Baltimore Ravens video, if you haven't seen that, go check it out in the playlist I have. Baltimore Ravens, like, the reaction, it was a live reaction to it, and, like, you'll see me full out scream over that, but, like, that's all up to my dad, being real. Not up Humphrey, way too small to run up the middle, you afraid you can, yes, I'm honestly afraid of that, because he's just not big enough at all. Aguilar has a new mindset, exactly, there you go, mindset, that's all I had to read, and then I had to agree with that. How come I'm not a Philly Knight? Because I don't really talk much with those guys. You know, like the only person that I talk to, like, like a little bit is probably Desert Eagle, and I don't even talk to him that much. We mainly just comment on each other's videos here and there and share a laugh, and then we move on with our life. But I don't know. I'm not at all involved with the TTC or the Philly Knights. I wouldn't mind it. If I can get into contact with people, that'd be cool because, I don't seem like, See, that's probably because it's like a persona I run on this channel. But, like, in real life, you'll definitely see me trash talking a lot. Why do you think? Oh, that's a question. That's a question from 2 weeks ago. That's a good question. Because, I don't know, being honest. It's weird. I think it's just the NFL and who they rather prefer seeing in a Pro Bowl. I don't know, like, and I think for his rookie year, he was injured. So if he was full on healthy that entire year, if he didn't mess up his shoulder in Dallas back in 2015, you would have definitely seen him in a Pro Bowl because he was playing out of his mind. Broke Tony Romo's collarbone. Did a lot of crazy stuff. Returned a touchdown in Dallas a couple of weeks later to help us win that game. It was really crazy, and I do agree that he should be in the Pro Bowl, but he isn't, and it's just, it's whatever. But yeah, it's kind of stupid, but it's the NFL, so, yeah. So, like, going back to the questions 2 weeks ago, favorite meal, that's a good question. Probably say pizza, just ended it off quick and easy. And I'll keep replying to questions you guys got, but I have a shed ton on here, so, I'll just mention everybody who commented, and this one is from, Gino Gamer, and MT Productions 2. How old are you and when did you start liking the Eagles? I already talked about that. And you responded, he's 13 and in 2008. Bravo. You've got my secret. I'm actually a 13-year-old. I'm a 13-year-old. I do like turtles. Turtles are really cool. Did you know that turtles actually aren't as fast or as slow as they are? They can run like crazy. What's your second favorite team in the NFL? I'll get to the cheesesteak one in a second. But second favorite team in the NFL. I could go with like Oakland. All right, man. See you, Jazzy Jeff. Yep. Good luck to the Eagles. See you around, man. Peace. But second best team in the or second favorite. That's a tough question. I can go with Oakland. I can go. Like, I have, like, separate favorite teams in the NFC and the AFC. Oakland's one of them. Denver used to be one of them, mainly because of Peyton Manning. I loved Peyton Manning. Am I in Philly? No. I'm in South Jersey, literally, like, 10 minutes away from Philly. Like, a drive down the bridge, 10 minutes is just, yeah. Am I going to do any games this year? I want to. I really do. So we'll see how that goes. What are your thoughts on the Cowboys fans quickly turning on Tony Romo after he got hurt? I think it shows how Kansas... I can agree with that. And on that same exact topic, in the same season, of course, but when the Giants lost to Prescott, I made a video on this again, and this is in the playlist that I have from 2016. I think it was like Dak... hashtag bench Dak and stuff. They were going crazy because he played terribly against the Giants. He threw like 2 interceptions. They lost like 10-7 in New York, and they just couldn't do anything. I remember that, and it really made me think about it. Do I live in my parents' basement? I find that's the case with a lot of Eagles YouTubers. I actually don't. I live in my own room. I'm still a 17-year-old, so like cut me some slack. I don't really, Yeah, are you gonna go any of the games this year? I want to. I tried getting tickets for the Giants game. Not gonna happen. The season opener or the home opener. Not gonna happen. I'm trying to go to Arizona or 49ers later in October. So if I do, I'll let you guys know. Top 5 Eagles players. Number 5, I'll go. Does it have to be like retired or does it just have to be like past players? Because like that would change things a lot. But I'll go from 5 to 1. 5 being least to 1 being best. Top 5 would probably be like, I look like I'm 30. Yeah, I know, right? No, I've aged terribly, I know. But 5 would be like LaShawn McCoy. 4 would be like I'll go with Nick Foles. Nick Foles honestly was like one of my favorites. I'll get to that question in a second. Nick Foles honestly was legitimately one of my favorite quarterbacks until Chip Kelly had to ruin it. But, you know, yeah, number 4 would be Nick Foles. 3, Brian Westbrook. I loved Brian Westbrook. I know I just talked trash about him a little bit, but Brian Westbrook was the man. Number 2, I'll definitely go with, like, Terrell Owens. Maybe Terrell Owens or, like, Jeremiah Trotter. Oh, yeah, Jeremiah Trotter. I gotta go with him. And number 1, I'm pretty sure you all can frickin' Brian Dawkins, man. Come on. You guys, come on. But what was that question? Favorite movie? That's a really interesting question because I am a huge fan of comic book stuff. I'm weird. I have like this really football side of me, and then comic book side of me. Can you sing live for us a song from your shit? I'm not gonna do that. That's I can sing, but I'm not gonna sing live for you, and I'm not gonna sing a Shrek song. But favorite movie is probably right now Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because that movie was the shit. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm not gonna sing for you. Oh, that's not random at all. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you are an irrelevant commenter anyway, so you know. Okay, I'm gonna look at one thing, one cool comment that I can answer. This is from you, irrelevant commenter. You're next from 2 weeks ago. What is your opinion on Calvin Johnson trying to return to the Raiders? That I haven't actually heard of that. I should look that up. I'll look that up in a little bit and probably answer in the comments because I don't know. Do I think Spider-Man: Homecoming was was that a disaster or like a flop? No, I actually really liked it. It was a little weird how they did it, and of course it messed up the timeline. And I'm not gonna go all comic book crazy like I would about this, like if I were with my friends or family, but I can understand why you would think that because it was a little bit weirder of a movie compared to what Marvel does. But nah, I enjoyed it. It was completely fine with me. This is that irrelevant commenter question from 2 weeks ago. Number 1, do you think the Eagles should pick up Darrelle Revis? I answered that earlier and I said no. He's not worth our time. He's not worth our money. Number 2, do you think the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders this year? Another no. And I'll say no. I think they're playoff potential, but not, I don't think they're good enough for a Super Bowl. And number 3, if not, how long do you think it will take for them to be contenders? Honestly, 1 to 3 years. If this year turns out to be a success, say we go like 10-6, we go to the playoffs, then maybe next year or 2 years from now. If we actually do a lot better, say we win a playoff game, I would say next year or something like that because that would be a huge step up. And I'll definitely look that up on Calvin Johnson. Maybe make a video on it. Who the hell knows? And that question on the room tour, because I felt like I could have done it a lot better, and then I completely forgot about it. I was going to remake it, and nope. But if you want me to, I'll do another room tour. I don't care. I'll just try to make it a little bit better than it was. This is from Vic G. This is a Cowboys fan, guys. Don't get don't get all offensive or anything. This is a Cowboys fan, and it's nothing about like football or anything. Which Eagles player, coach, do you hate the most? Chip Kelly. Moving on, could you do some fantasy football videos? This is a Dallas Cowboy fan, by the way, guys. Just chill. But no, I don't really do fantasy football because, this doesn't really appeal to me. What if the Eagles become the Warriors of the NFL once they start winning? That would be both cool and annoying because at the same time, I would love to see, True. I would love to see the Eagles go on this like winning spree and stuff, like show off that they're better than other teams, but at the same time I don't want it to be repetitive, like the Warriors and Cavaliers, that was just so boring. Like you guys can't tell me that like last year, okay, they were down 3-1 and they won 4-3. That's cool. Good job, Cavaliers. But this year, like, is no one else that good? And adding on the fact that Kevin Durant kind of screwed over his Oklahoma team or whoever he played for. I'm not a basketball. I don't follow basketball, but yeah, like I don't know. It was just really repetitive. I'm gonna just scroll through these a little bit more, see if I can find anything. How old are you? I said I'm 17. That's from MC Productions too. Yeah, I'm 17. I'm not 30. I turned 17 about a month ago. So, yeah. Am I going, this is Seth Armstrong, am I going to any Eagles Open training camps? Probably not. I would like to, but I doubt it's going to happen just because my family's going to be busy. Won't have the time to do that. Have you ever been to an Eagles game? This is the same guy, Seth Armstrong. Yes, I have. When was it? It was 2014 against the Rams, and we won 34-27. We were winning like 34-7, and then we almost blew the game, but we still won. You know, Chip Kelly. That's how he played. You know, either you win or you blow a game. That's just how it was. Same guy. Do you like the 76ers? And if so, how do you think they'll do this year? Hey, Spunky, glad you can make it, man. But 76ers, I do like them. I think they'll do a little bit better. Or by a little bit, I mean like probably 35 wins. Clearly they did a lot, but you know. Oh, the question that I've been waiting for. EDP's channel getting deleted and EDP quitting YouTube. I have not seen that. I'll check that out in a little bit. But I think we should trade Sam Shields. I'll get to that in a second. But the EDP thing. I wasn't around to make a video on it. I got to it late. When I heard the news that his channel got deleted, I was in Florida. But even so, like, I'm kind of shocked, but at the same time, I'm not. Yeah, congrats to Spunky. Way to be a Philly Knight. Good job, man. But even like, I wasn't expecting him to lose his channel. I kind of assumed it would happen, but at the same, like, he had it coming. Like, with the stuff he's talking about, he doesn't even, like, he's not even acting like an Eagles fan. Like, he talks about being the head of the Eagles because he has, what, 200K subscribers on YouTube on that, you know, on his EDP channel. He doesn't talk about them. He never talks about them. And it's cool. Like, it's fine if you don't talk about them and you're more of a like a vlogger kind of thing where he would just sit outside somewhere after work and just talk about something that happened, which is cool and all. It was entertaining, of course, but at the same time, the stuff that he was talking about, half the time too vulgar, half the time was just not right for YouTube. I don't know. It was, if the Eagles could pick up any player in the NFL, disregarding the contracts and stuff like that, who do you think they should pick up? That's a really good question. I honestly don't know. Like, it would most likely be like a, I say Patrick Peterson. I would, yeah, yeah, something like that. I would say Patrick Peterson. Maybe like Cam Chancellor, somebody who could be like this really huge guy on our defense, mainly at the cornerback position. But like, even so, like there are so many really good corners out there. Like, there's barely any out there at all. Has somebody, this is from 2 weeks ago, this is a guy named Green Forest. Has somebody ever judged me for being an Eagles fan? You guys call me a Cowboy fan. No, I'm just joking. No, not that many people have judged me for it. Minus a few people on YouTube, but, you know, happens when you're on YouTube. Yeah, the Jordan Hicks stuff. I mean, I got no other questions, so if you guys have any more questions, go right ahead and ask them, or else I'm going to end this off. This was honestly a lot better than I expected, being real. I didn't expect this big a turnout, as in, like, a lot of questions and stuff, but, you know. If you have anything else to ask, just go right ahead. If you don't, then I'll just call it quits. Spunky, do you think the Eagles should trade for... I've heard... I saw Philly 500 talking about this. I didn't watch the video, and I haven't looked up too much on what was like, because when the videos and the rumors and stuff, the whole topic came up, I was driving from Florida to Miami. I was in a plane going here or there from Miami to Philly, so I couldn't do much. But do you get upset when the Eagles lose, or are you just like, oh well, I get upset like all the time? I get upset. I just hold it in when I make videos, and I probably should stop doing that and just be myself. If we had the Broncos, I missed that. I apologize. If you want to ask that again, go ahead so I can get a good read off of it. But yeah, I do get upset when it comes down to Eagles losing. Mostly because I don't like to see my team lose. And like I remember last year for the Ravens game. Going back to this topic, when the Eagles went for 2, I reacted like, "Don't do this. Just go to overtime at a better chance for you to win." And I got comments telling me you're probably gonna go 8-8 at the best. Why does it matter? You're not gonna make the playoffs and stuff. I got upset at that. I'll be real. I'm gonna switch topics. Record prediction. I've talked about this several times, a couple times in the stream actually before you got here. 10-6. I'm gonna talk about it later on this month as well. Which fan base do you think is the most annoying? Giants, Cowboys, or... Oh, that's a good question. I think we would be if we had the Broncos or Seahawks secondary, yes. But that's a really good question. Oh, my God. Patriots, Giants, or Cowboys? The Giants are kind of chill, in a way. Like, they don't... Like, they have their limits. Cowboy fans are so hypocritical, and they're just... idiotic, and there's so many bandwagon fans. Like, not even kidding. Like, they're the where I live, I'll see a lot of Cowboy fans. When I was actually down in Key West a couple of weeks ago, and I might put it as the thumbnail of like an up and coming video. I got a picture of this guy's freaking windshield, and it was a Giants fan, or I think it was either a Giants fan and a Patriots fan, and a bunch of crazy stuff. I was like, dude, or no, I think it was a Giants fan and a Trump fan, and I was like, okay, I automatically hate you. What would your dream team be if you could put an Eagles team together? I'm not even going to discuss the word dream team because the dream team just brings back terrible memories, but honestly, that's a video for another day. I'll talk about that in another video. Good question, though. Describe how you feel waking up for the first... Well, first and foremost, it won't be fun because I'm in school, so I'll be really tired and stuff. That's a good question, though. I'd be really happy. What do you think as far as Eagles fan... First game I can remember watching as a fan. I'm sorry for skipping over those 2 questions. I couldn't read them in time. Comment them back again if you want. But first Eagles game I remember watching. Between an Eagles and Saints game where we lost like 27-24 and I fell asleep midway. Or the Patriots and the Eagles Super Bowl game. Where I was jacked out with like freaking hats, like socks and everything, just all midnight green and stuff. I was wearing a McNabb shirt. It was a white McNabb shirt. And yeah, you know, trust me. That's true. I would, yeah, I guess that's true. If you're able to have one player with you at the NFL, who would it be? Probably somebody like Cam Chancellor or Patrick Peterson, just because we need that, you know, that we need a player at that position, like, badly. We need a player there. But good question, though. Do you remember Jeff Oh, my... Jeff Garcia? Man, he was the GOAT. Would you give up Cox for Peterson? No. That's a good question. I would say no, because then again, it also depends, because I need to see more from Cox before I can say no to that. But like he's been our best, you know, pass rusher, so you know. Would you take Garcia over Wentz? That is the world's worst question ever. I would take Wentz over Garcia in a heartbeat. Team in the NFC East you hate the most? Don't worry, I got you, Kelly Green Wings. I got you. But the team in the NFC East I hate the most? Yeah. Okay, I got it. It was a joke. But the team I hate the most in the NFC East... Not the Redskins, because the Redskins, I like, as much as they sweep us every year, that's a reason why I don't like them, but like their fan base isn't as irritating, you know, unless of course if they sweep us, then they're going to irritate us and be like all over our shit, but like when it comes down to like being the most irritating fan base and stuff like that, yes, Cowboys, 100%, Cowboys, and then the Giants are like legit right behind them, because what you were talking about earlier, the Odell Beckham accounts, all the mad hate that they give to not just the, like, well, it's mostly the Cowboys. Like, I feel like the Giants and Redskins could relate to us, you know? What would you do if your father was a Redskins fan? I wouldn't even talk to him about football. Who are you most sold on, Wentz or Prescott? That's a good question, because Wentz didn't have the tools that Prescott had last year. Prescott had, like, everything hand-given to him, freaking served on a silver platter. Wentz, on the other hand, did not. Jordan Hicks for Patrick Peterson. I would keep Jordan Hicks because he's perfect at where he is at the linebacker spot, you know. But I pick Wentz over Prescott. NFC East NFC East outside the NFC East, you hate the most. Patriots all the way. Not just because of the way they beat us. I mean, they beat us by cheating, and not only that, but McNabb kind of just threw away the game. But like they've cheated their ways into so many Super Bowls. It's not even funny. The Panthers and whoever else. See you, irrelevant commenter. Had some good questions, man. See you out. All right. Any other questions you guys got before I call it a day? Ugh, my back hurts. What's going on, man? Anything else you guys got to ask? I got like maybe less than 10 more minutes on me. Who was the most overrated player in the NFL? That's a really good question. I don't know, honestly. That's a really good question. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott. All right, guys. One more question, and I'm sorry, but I gotta go. So one last question, whatever it is, I gotta go. I apologize, but I got things to do. So yeah, I got you. All right, one more question though. Come on, hit me up with one great question before I head out. Come on, hit. Come on, don't make me do this. Don't make me turn off the. Don't. I want to answer one more question. Super Bowl prediction this year. Good question. And I apologize if I missed your question. Eagles will win a Super Bowl in 4 years. What will you do for 100 subs? Depends on if I even get there. I'm not even at 500. Super Bowl predictions. Patriots and the Packers. I'm going to talk about that later on, but I see that happening. But for 1,000 subs, it depends. I want to do something for 500 subs, but I doubt that I'm going to get there. I'm at 483, and I'm going so slow. So, alright guys, it was great talking with all y'all. I'll do this again, like, in a couple of days. You know, it was pretty cool. Thank you all for sharing your questions and stuff, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, guys.